As a teacher, what I like about the structure of a Translators in Schools workshop is there's a definite outcome. Students are going to come up and they're going to present a page from the book that they translated, and they're going to talk about the difficulties that they had in translating that and how they overcame those challenges. The first main activity in the workshop is for students to put in order the images from the book. So to think about, is this a logical order for the story, and then what would be a completely illogical order for the story.
So who's got number one? I'm going to put number one here. And then what happens?
Okay. The way any small child learns to advance through language is often through picture books. So they'll be looking at books where the story is quite complicated, where the language is quite evolved beyond what they would actively be using in their vocabulary. And yet, because the pictures are there, they can pick up on the clues of narrative, register, genre. So in a sense, if we introduce pictures as our first stepping into the water with a new language, we're mimicking that natural process.
Okay, so what I want you to do is tell me what adjectives you think represent the world of the book.
Maybe it could be like adventure.
Adventure around the house.
Yeah.
He looks tired here, doesn't he?
Or maybe it's
You think he's dreaming? Okay, dreaming.
What I'd like you to do now is take your pencils and I'd like you to write what you think is going on. What would the story say?
You could say, "Oh, you're so quiet and so nice. Never realised that."
If you say translation to a child, they may have ideas that has to involve a dictionary, that it has to be very accurate, and that may well constrain their imagination. So if we give them full rein on their imagination, then we rein them in and we say, great, put that to a side. We want you to be language detectives. We want you to be code crackers. And we want you, word by word, to break down that code.
So let's look at the text and let's try and understand what it means. And you can use a glossary, which is like a mini dictionary that we got for you here. Pas moyen de dormir. J'ai tout essayé. Peut-être que papa aura une fidèle. Okay, so do you recognize any words in here? Have you ever heard the word papa?
Yes, the dad.
Dad, okay. So peut-être dad. And then
Maybe dad has an idea.
Literacy is not just about kind of spelling, punctuation and grammar. It's about understanding genre. It's about using the right word in the right context, having a range of words to choose from.
So you had a really nice conversation about this before, didn't you? When we talked about the difference between the word replied and the word responded. Which one did you think was better?
Replied, because if you say responded, replied is like an easy word for the little kids to know first, but responded is like for a year 3 or year 4.
It's someone a little bit older, isn't it?
Getting them to talk about that and reflect on their choices is fantastic literacy training.